thought it was going to keep going.
Oh, buddy. Welcome and happy Tuesday this time for a special edition of March to the Madness with the Ryan and Juan show.
It is back in action.
What a week we have in store. Elite 8, March to the Madness. We've got first four tonight with actual March Madness tipping off on Thursday. We've got, who cares about them, but the Dodgers and Padres over in Korea starting the MLB season.
Yeah.
We've got Tennessee baseball tonight. I mean, it's just what a lovely week.
I mean, we know where the real excitement is, Ryan, so.
March to the Madness Elite 8, huh?
Always.
Well, since we're not joining you on a Monday, we actually have a little bit of the action we can talk about. But first, let's recap the Sweet 16. Juan, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
What stood out to you?
Well, I think we were all kind of surprised about the Nebraska-Indiana State. I really thought the Sycamores were going to pull ahead here. I think that was the match I was watching the closest there for a minute. Of course, you always have...
That was your shocker?
Oh, yeah. Big shocker. Kind of an upset if you really think about it.
Mine was Mount Union. I mean, North Dakota, just as steady as they come. And then Mount Union just put an onslaught on the last 10 minutes out of nowhere. Put up a big number. Don't have it in front of me right now, but awesome performance by them. What an upset. North Dakota goes down early. They will not face off against Oklahoma this year, which seems to be an annual tradition for North Dakota. But Mount Union, absolutely a heck of a win. And, of course, they move on to face the 1 seed Nebraska, as all of our 1 seeds did move on. Kentucky, Alabama was another good one that went down to the wire. Of course, Alabama prevailed there as they move on to face Texas. Texas got a big scare out of the Northern Iowa. Did you pay attention to that one, Juan?
I did. I was behind the scenes. I was watching all day. I was having a good time last week. So, but like you said, I mean, it really came down to the wire. I was kind of surprised. I thought that Texas was about to fall behind, and then buzzer beaters.
It was almost like that matchup between them in the March Madness a few years ago. But Northern Iowa prevailed on that one. I think that was Farouk Manesh, buzzer beater. Hopefully we don't have any Northern Iowa fans in here and quote me wrong. He was a part of one of those teams. I know he's Kansas, but I think that was the Texas team too, but maybe he wasn't. But Texas does pull it out. I think that maybe we're overlooking them a little bit. They were looking ahead to Alabama and potentially Oklahoma the round after that. But absolutely awesome performance from Northern Iowa too. I think they maybe have earned a little bit of a higher seed next year. So we'll have to see about that. But that was a great matchup. What can be said for that? Arizona State, Idaho, another great matchup as well. Cincinnati, Miami was back and forth. Cincinnati pulled it out at the end for an upset, but due to the wild card, they did not move on. But, of course, all our 1 seeds are still here, and why don't we talk about the matchups that are going on now?
Yeah. Can't keep talking about the past, Ryan. Got to move on to the future. And the future is now. Let's go. So I never thought that I would say this, but we got to start off with Kerr for a moment, just because I don't think I would have ever said that Alabama is the underdog of the Elite 8 right now. I don't think that was ever something I expected to say. So, I mean, in the actual world of sports, at least. So,
but. I mean, Alabama is just holding on to their national championship win over Texas and Colt McCoy. I think it was 2010. So Texas, I don't know. They need to wake up. They're the only team without any points on the board. Of course, Alabama sitting to see. I think both these teams are still filling each other out. We know they're both powerhouses. Expect a big score to be posted there later. Juan, how did you lead with that win? Number 1 overall seed. Team who's won it 4 out of 5 years. Might as well just name the tournament after them. Oklahoma, in a stunner, is down $3,000 already.
That's as the great Ryan Gibbons once quoted me, that's 30 large for the people counting at home. But
30 large, that might be insurmountable, but it is not. It's just 3,000. So I still think Oklahoma can come back and win. This is their tournament.
Idaho's coming in early, coming in hot. I think they just wanted to demoralize Oklahoma a little bit, but Oklahoma don't scare easy, Ryan. They're here for it.
They don't. I think they were a little definitely shocked right off the bat. This is the biggest number Idaho's posted in the 2 years of the matchup. So they came out swinging. They're ready to take down the big dog, those Vandals. But I think they're going to need some more firepower if they actually do want to take down Oklahoma. And, of course, we'll remind people there is one wild card, so it still would be surprising if Oklahoma got sent home here. But I do think they end up taking the match here. Let's talk about the other two. Of course, we have a rematch from last week. We've had a rematch in March of the Madness before, but never immediately after. So it was the first time there. Indiana up to a very comfortable lead there. Of course, they beat Southern Miss last week. Is not easy for them. Southern Miss definitely had some fight in them. Remains to be seen if they're going to get back off the mat from that defeat and try to get some revenge this week or not. And then, of course, Nebraska, Mountain Union. Mountain Union, you just can't count them out of anything.
I know. They're the good old Macaws. They keep chugging along. I think, was last year the first appearance of Mountain Union?
Maybe not first appearance, first time having team captains and actually going through the bracket.
Yeah, because ever since they've been staying strong. They know how to rally not only the Mountain Union alumni, but the entire state of Ohio. So
it's almost like they took that out of a playbook from another young Cinderella team from many moons ago.
Many moons ago, those invaders. Some like to call them Vikings. I think, Ryan. I don't know.
I think it was the Vikings of Salem State. That one's gonna be neck and neck all day.
Yeah.
So, Juan, let's do some official predictions here. What do you got? Of course, we have a little bit of a cheat. We see the scores already, but I think I think one's a gimme, and I think the other three are still toss-ups, even with Oklahoma being down 3,000. So,
yeah, I think Oklahoma's gonna come back strong against Idaho. I think.
You think they have enough? Or does Idaho hold on?
I don't know. I think Oklahoma's going to rush the comeback. I think they're going for it. So Oklahoma doesn't like to lose here. So like you said, Ryan, this is almost like their tournament. So, and Indiana,
March to the Sooners.
Yeah. Indiana definitely wants to get another victory over Southern Mississippi, come down in history. I think Southern Miss also wants to get a what's it called? A little bit of a comeback after last week. A little revenge. Yeah. Texas, Alabama. Honestly, anything could happen there. I'm not really sure one way or another at the current moment. Alabama's been pretty strong in this tournament. I think it's been a little surprising for both of us there, Ryan. And then, of course, Nebraska, Mountain Union. I got to go for the underdog, go for the Macaws and Mountain Union. They're proving something. I don't know.
I don't know what to expect out of that one, but I know it's going to be a great one.
No.
And we can't forget the one wild card. That's going to throw a wrench. We're going to have teams, maybe Indiana's going to have to start competing for that too. If Southern Miss doesn't fight back, they're going to have to worry about the wild card. So there is no safety net this week. It's the only week without the safety net. So everybody's going to have to pay attention, even if they may have their matchup in hand. And, of course, once it's Final Four, that's who we got, and I know whoever the four are, it's going to be a very strong four. Juan, I got a question. Have you filled out an actual bracket yet?
Maybe. No.
What do you got? I have to. Oh, dang! We should have filled them out.
I don't know. Coming from the Northeast, I think I got to go UConn this year. They're looking strong. They're the number one overall. I just, little New England pride. I don't know.
Is that close to you?
Yeah.
How far is Connecticut from you?
From Massachusetts?
Yeah.
They
I
border.
know it's up there. I know it's up there, but
Yeah, they border.
was it like 2 hours from Boston or what?
Yeah, just about. I mean, it was
Oh.
like an hour from my house, but like,
Oh,
yeah. That's what happens above the Mason-Dixon line, Ryan.
well, you're dead to me for not picking the Vols. So
I'm guessing you're going to go Vols all the way again?
no, but I do think we get our first Final Four. I can't pick them to go all the way, but I do think we get our first Final Four.
What about your boys at Gonzaga?
Actually, I haven't done a bracket yet, but I think my first in my head one was I had Tennessee beating Gonzaga in the Elite Eight.
Ooh. That's impressive.
So, I think Tennessee gets the Final Four, but and I still think Texas wins this tournament. So, sorry, we kind of rambled here. We kind of rambled here.
I think I got to put your phone on like airplane mode for next time.
You normally do. Steve Mitchell was texting me, so I had to look at it.
Yeah, he's probably telling you to get your stuff together.
No. All right. Well, Juan, any final closing statements? I know that many people missed you. We received lots of cards. I know you received lots of cards. Missing you. Sorry, he texted again. I thought he was still going to be about the video.
Pay attention, Ryan.
Oh.
This is serious business. This is not how newscasters should respond.
Are there any retakes? Let's start all over again.
I knew we shouldn't have done this live anymore. That is one thing I miss for the people. Maybe one day we'll release some of the blooper reels from the first couple years of
we did find some of the old videos. I'm sure if people who hadn't been following us since the beginning, if they saw those videos now, they would be amazed.
Yeah,
it's completely different. Completely different.
Yeah, we really started dressing down, I gotta say. Yeah, we used to show up in suits, ties. My God.
At the same table with our little papers.
Good times.
I gotta say the music's a big improvement though.
You don't like my humming? I thought my humming was the best. All right, Ryan. No, I just want to thank all the brothers out there who are participating in March of Madness. Couldn't do it without you. It's always going to a great cause of supporting the SE Foundation and assisting with scholarships for our undergraduate brothers and everything that they need. So, from them and us, thank you all so much.
Of course. And once again, same rules as the past weeks. 5% of the winning team will get awarded their money back to their chapter education fund. And 2,000 or more, you'll get 10% back. So we are, of course, Oklahoma and Idaho already hit that number. Indiana's very close. I have no doubt we'll see a couple more hit that number. And one wild card next week, we go to all of it. Winners will be awarded 10% no matter what, and no wild cards. So,
oh yeah.
Of course, this goes on until 9:00 Central this evening, and I know we're going to have some close down to the wire matchups. So stay tuned in. Thanks again for joining us on Tuesday. We're sorry we're discombobulated. It's because we mixed up our days. Some of us are thinking about tacos.
Ooh.
It is Taco Tuesday.
You should go to Garcia's. Always a good time.
But thanks again for joining us, guys. We'll see you soon, and thanks again for participating.
Thank you.
Good luck to your teams in March Madness this year. Unless you're playing Tennessee.